Welcome to the Crazy 10 or Less. This is a show where I give it to you in 10 minutes or under, and if I don't, you know how it is. Anyway, when you don't know what to work on yourself. That's the topic of the day. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Stop acting up. Let's get it. All right. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a fantastic New Year's Eve and a even more fantastic New Year. And if you watched my last episode, drop the resolution and stick to affirmations. You need to check it out because I don't believe in resolutions because, statistically, you know how it is. People drop it all the time. Stick to daily affirmations. Keep reminding you that you will be a success. Keep reminding you that you're going to be confident. Anyway, so when you don't know what to work on yourself, why did I pick this topic? I'll tell you why. 2022 for indie comics and creatives alike was a year of soul searching and craziness, right? You had the transformation of crowdfunding to more adult content, sexual content. You had AI come into play. You had all these things. The prices of printing, the delays in printing. People trying to figure out the next the game plan. I've seen, and we've seen at Cast the Craze, a lot of comic creators drop their projects because they were going after the money. They wanted the bag. So they dropped their projects because they weren't getting any traction. So they switched over to more adult content, adult themed projects, and those projects took off, right? So people just said, you know what, screw this. I just want to make some money. And, what I'm doing is not working for me. We've seen people who are not really artistic or struggling being artistic switch over to AI. There's a lot of communities now that are comic book AI creators, right? AI comic book creators, whatever. So there's all these communities. I got an invite to a couple of communities, and it's not my thing. I'm not going to create any AI artwork. I'm a traditional artist, so it's not my thing. It's not my thing. Adult content. I'm not going to do that, right? There's a lot of things that there are people. There are people with opinions. They're constantly in your face. They're telling you need to do things this way, or you need to kiss the babies, or you need to do this, or you need to you need to play nice, or you need to be more aggressive. Don't be too nice. All these things, and they impose their insecurities on you and their opinions on you because that's what works for them. Right, so you have all the stuff coming at you left and right. You see articles, comics are dying, indie comics are dying. You see all these things, and you start asking yourself, where do I fit in? And at the end of the day, I believe you just drop the noise and focus on you. Focus on you. An example of that. I had Forbidden. Forbidden had modest. Had a modest reception on crowdfunding. I made my goals, but it wasn't the reception I wanted. And I chose not to go with the sexual content. Although I have girls who are very beautiful and voluptuous in the books, I chose not to go that route because it isn't me. It's just not me. It's not my DNA. I want to be known as a traditional cartoony style comic artist who's the message of this is, who are you? What are you about? Are you going to follow the trend because of the pressure? Or are you going to listen to all of the noise and all the feedback from people? Or are you going to trust your instincts? You're going to work on your own education. You're going to work on your own journey, your own development. And I think that's the whole purpose of this conversation is really, it's everybody is an expert. Everybody has an opinion. What's yours? Right? You gotta go with your gut. It's like when you're walking down the street, broad daylight. Yeah, you don't think anything of it. You're going to get some Starbucks. You're enjoying the beautiful day, but then somebody passes you, and you get this sinking feeling. Ooh, something's wrong here. Same thing in anything you're doing. You have those internal instincts, and sometimes we shut them down. Right? So start listening to yourself. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. And If your goal is to have a long-standing career, then what is your message and what do you want to be known for? Or you want to just be a publisher of content and you don't care what content as long as it's making money, then do that. But if you want to brand build, then what is your brand? Who is your audience? What's the significance? What's the message you're sending out there? What do you want people to take away from that experience when they invest in you, right? Those people that are constantly imposing their opinions and their feedback and, saying, the reason why this isn't happening because you're not doing this and you're not doing this. At the end of the day, the way we learn is by making our own mistakes. Make the mistakes. Make the mistakes. Nobody has all the answers, especially when it comes down to your story. Write your story. This is your book. This is your story to tell. Nobody else's. They're all supporting cast members in your story. They're background characters in your story. At the end of the day, each chapter that's written is about you, your experiences, your fears, your anxieties, your hopes, your dreams, your trials, all these things. It's your story. So what do you want your story to be? If you're in comics, if you're in music, if you're in filmmaking, what's your story? What do you want it to be? There are creators out there that have stood true to who they are from the beginning to end. And they're very successful. Sometimes it takes time. Don't look at the clock. Look at the quality in the product and look at how much you're gaining from your investment in yourself. You get back what you put into it. So how much time are you taking to educate yourself? How much time are you looking towards the experts? The experts are not necessarily the people you're around. The experts are the ones who have already traveled those hard roads, that built the foundation of lessons, and they have a playbook and they have lessons. That's where you go and you ask them, how did you overcome this? How did you overcome that? That's not your story, but you're learning from their journey because you might walk into a similar scenario. And now you see it from another perspective. And maybe that information, that story that they shared with you will help you prevent making the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? So what books are you reading? Where do you go to for nourishment? And when I say nourishment, I'm talking about that knowledge. Where do you go to for knowledge? Are you staying in the same circle and getting it from the same group of people that are in the same boat with you? Or are you looking elsewhere? Where are you going for it? Your journal. Are you writing down your anxieties? Are you writing down your goals and you're writing down the steps you want to take so you can look back and reflect? Because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget that I already did that and I made that mistake. Oh, when did that happen? Oh man, that was like 10 years ago. A journal is a great tool to use. All right? So I don't want to be you. I want to be me. You do you. My legacy is going to be based on my integrity. My legacy is going to be based on how I make the people around me feel. How I feel when I'm around certain people. Right? My legacy is going to be how much I invested in my craft, my education, my development. And I'll hang my head on that. I made an announcement that, there's nail in my toilet duty is going to be my focus for the next decade. Right? As long as I'm here. And I'm going to stay focused on that. And it's not a fast road. It's not a race. So my advice to anybody out there is take everything with a grain of salt. Right? Those are just little sprinkles of ingredients people are just throwing your way. But make it your own. What are you doing it for? What are you in it for? Make it your own. If you want to go AI, go AI. Go all the way. But don't try to convince me otherwise. That's not my thing. If you want to go adult content, go all the way. But don't tell me, well, you'd sell more books if you did this. That's not my thing. Keep that to yourself. I'm not judging you. Do your thing. But it's not mine. I don't want to be you. Right? You want to go out there and kiss the babies and be a politician? Go on. I ain't mad at you. But these lips are made for one woman only. Right? I'm not kissing a bunch of strangers. That's just me. There's no right or wrong. What works for you is what works for you. Right? And if I am wrong, I learned from it. Let me be. Thank you. If I didn't ask you for your opinion, don't impose your opinion. That's the way I look at it. If I ask you for your opinion, it's just an opinion. Right? Whether I take it or not, don't take offense to it. Whether I listen to what you said or not, don't take offense to it. Because it's my choice. That's the way you have to look at life. It's your choice. Make the choice that's right for you. Learn the lessons. Try not to make the same mistakes over again. Go in there wide open. Block out the noise. Say thank you. I appreciate it. I will consider your advice. At the end of the day, the decision falls on me. That's it. That's it. So whatever it is you plan on doing, do it 100%. Don't look back. No regrets. Live with it. Have fun with it. I'm having fun. I love what I do. I love what I do. I love the podcast. I love drawing. I love what I do. I love talking to people I've never met before, hearing their stories. That's what I love doing. What do you love doing? Why are you doing it? That's it. So, at the end of the day, if you don't find what works, how about working on yourself? You'll never go wrong when you invest in you. That's my topic of the day. What do you think? Do you have any feedback on that? Put it in the comments below. You like this episode? Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Recommend it to a friend. Hey, tomorrow night, are you going to be there? There's Nail on My Toilet, book number 4. We launch. Are you going to be there? Are you going to be one of the backers? Are you going to get yourself a copy finally? Some of you have said, Sam, I can't wait to read it, but you've never backed one of my books. You know what? Try it. Get yourself a copy. You might enjoy it. And for you returning backers, I got a gift for you. You come back and you make a physical pledge or return backer, you're going to get this. And all you new backers, make a physical pledge. You've never backed any of the books and you come for the first time, I also have a gift for you. So join us tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Cast the Craze. It's going to be fun. We have a lot of surprise guests. It's going to be an amazing time. I hope to see you there. You guys have a blessed day. This is the Creative Tenor Less. Peace.